Good evening. It's happened again. Another Maritime veteran has been denied access to the region's Veterans Hospital. The 95-year-old is well aware his health is failing, and he'd like to be admitted to Camp Hill in Halifax. Problem is, officials say he's classified as independent, an assessment his children simply don't buy. Here's CTV's Ron Shaw.
Donald Osbourne is 95 years old. His voice is weakened, his body frail, but some of his memories of his time in the Second World War are as vivid as if they'd happened yesterday. He was wounded when his helmet was hit during heavy machine gun fire.
Right through my helmet, on the other side.
This was Donald Osbourne at 21 in a brand new uniform before heading to Scotland with the 1st Canadian Division in 1942. Then on to Sicily and France, in the front lines all the way. He returned to marry and raise a big family. That was then, of course. He remembers the events of more than 70 years ago, but isn't always certain about what year he lives in now. Not long ago, he fell in his apartment, lying there for 2 hours before a caregiver discovered him. The biggest threat to Donald Osbourne's health and well-being, like that of many veterans, may simply be loneliness. He's been living on his own in that apartment for the last 3 years since his wife went to a nursing home. Donald Osbourne himself knows he needs help and has requested admission to Camp Hill Veterans Hospital. His children say he was assessed earlier this year by a Veterans Affairs nurse who declared him fit to stay on his own.
He could get dressed on his own. He could take a bath on his own. He could make a sandwich or something at lunchtime.
The assessment took an hour and a half. His children believe that isn't enough time to do a proper assessment. They also say his condition has deteriorated since then. LLOYD Osbourne says his father's cognitive abilities are failing, and he deserves to spend his last days in Camp Hill.
There were questions that they asked him that he couldn't answer because he wasn't aware, or didn't know. So yes, he fought for us, and I think it's time that we fight for him.
The Osbourne children say their father can't wait for bureaucratic machinery to start moving. They say he needs to be admitted to Camp Hill now. The Osbournes say they know they can make a new application for an assessment, but they also say the process will take months at least, and their father simply doesn't have the time to waste. Bruce?
Good point. Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome.
CTV's Ron Shaw reporting live tonight from the News Center.